Welcome to Night Safari and to the Creatures of the Night presentation. I hope all of you are feeling great tonight. Yes, alright, now before we start the show, I need all of you to bear with me because I have a few announcements to share with all of you, okay? Firstly, let's take a look around the amphi. We have 3 staircases. Staircase number 1, staircase number 2, and staircase number 3. Now throughout the show, please refrain from moving up and down the steps because we will have animals coming out from all over this amphitheater. So please remain seated for the whole duration of the show. Can we do that? Yes, now for the second and the most important announcement. As you know, animals here in the Night Safari are nocturnal, okay? So sudden flashes from your cameras and your spotlights will scare them, startle them, and even distract them. So we do seek your cooperation to switch off your flashes and your spotlights from your devices. Can we do that for the animals? Yes, now since this is a very important message, I'm going to translate it into our local languages, okay? I am going to start with, since I've done English, I'm going to move on to Mandarin speaking guests. 晚上好，请不要用闪光灯，好不好？谢谢。Alright, now I'm going to move on to Malay speaking guests. Selamat malam. Quite a few, selamat malam. Tolong jangan menggunakan flash camera anda. Terima kasih. Now last but not least, I'm going to do Tamil speaking guest, Malay Vanakkam. Daiva sedu pugai padam yerakam poladu, flash payam parata nika nandri. Now would you believe me that even after saying it in all these languages, we will still see people using their flashes. Okay, it's funny but it's true. So if you do see people using their flashes, let's not touch them. Let's try to get their attention and remind them to switch off their flashes. Now with all of the announcements out of the way, for this last question, I need you all to answer with a lot of energy. Are you guys ready for the show? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the creatures of the night will be on the prowl. As night falls, 2 worlds, one sunlight, the other moonlight, blend into one. Animals like the white raccoon searches for his last bits of food before heading home. Digging with his dexterous paws, he searches for his favorites, insects, worms, snails, and even the prized eggs. Once satisfied, he returns home to the trees to curl up for the night. As daytime animals settle down to sleep, the forest comes to life. Hidden amongst the shadows, nocturnal animals emerge from the dark silhouettes of the forest. With the body stripe to provide perfect camouflage, a fishing cat appears along the riverbank. These cats love to swim and dive and wear a layer of short hair so dense that water cannot even penetrate it. It is this hair that keeps them warm and dry, even in chilly waters. Fishing cats are rapidly disappearing due to habitat loss and poaching. They deserve our protection before these quiet hunters disappear forever. Good evening once again and welcome to the world of the night hunters. Now I've often been asked how do nocturnal animals survive. Well, all night creatures have unique adaptations to survive in the forest. For example, the owls. Now cast your eyes on the third staircase. We have Felicia the trainer together with Rainbow. Now Rainbow over here is our great horned owl. Now they can be found in North America and even some parts of Canada. Now if we move on to the center staircase, we have Atika the trainer together with Oscar. Now Oscar is our Eurasian Eagle Owl, and just like the name suggests, they can be found in Europe as well as some parts of Asia. And in fact, they are known to be one of the largest species of owls in the entire world. Now with that, let's move on to the first staircase. We have Sheena the trainer together with Bulan, the Malay fish owl. Now Malay fish owls are also known as a buffy fish owl, and they can be found in Southeast Asia. For example, Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, and they're most commonly found right here in Singapore. Now, how many of you believe me when I say that owls are known to be one of the quietest raptors when it comes to their flight? It means they fly very silently. Almost nobody, just a few hands. And you are absolutely right. So Bulan over here is going to show us just how it's done. Now for those of you with your umbrellas open, please close your umbrella because it may distract the animal. Now focus your attention to Bulan and remain seated. Alright Bulan, whenever you're ready. And just like that. Now do you hear anything from the wings? I heard yeses, and I'm guessing that is for the mouth, okay? Because Bulan is very talkative. You shouldn't have heard anything from the wings because this is possible because owls have softened edges on their wingtips, which allows them to fly over fields and meadows silently without its prey or predators being able to detect them at all. Now owls also have asymmetrical ears, which means that one ear is set higher than the other, which allows them to listen to many different tones and sounds. Sounds that you and I cannot even hear. That is how they're able to triangulate the location of their food and catch a running mouse even in total darkness. Alright, let's give Bulan some time. Okay, now in the meantime, I'll tell you another fun fact about Bulan. Now Malay fish owls usually find their food near the water, but they hate the water. So what they do is actually swoop down, grab their reward or food, and finish it off somewhere else. Enjoying his limelight. I see Bulan. This is only a 20-minute show. Okay, everyone else needs to come out. Come on, Sheena.
Okay, look. Bulan not coming. Where are you, Bulan? Oh no, because it's raining. You want to come down? Yeah.
Now, because owls eat mice, now it said that owls can eat up to 300 or 1,000 mice a year. That's why farmers love to keep them because it is very good for their agriculture. Oh! By today, Sheena and Bulan, this is no longer the creatures of the night. This is the Sheena and Bulan show. Let's pretend that this is all part of it, okay? I have nothing else.
So funny.
Oh!
No.
Careful. And finally, a different trainer has got Bulan. Thank you, Pavitra, and thank you, Bulan. Thank you, Felicia, and thank you, Rainbow. Now, I have not forgotten about the lovely Oscar over here. Now, he is going to show us a unique adaptation of the owl. Now, while he gets comfortable, I have a question. So, we know an owl can rotate their head. But to how many degrees? Who said 180? Okay. Who said 270?
270.
Who said 360? Alright, for those of you who said 360, including you, do you know that that is a full circle? The head is just going to fall off. Okay, but for those of you who said 270, that is the correct answer, and Oscar is going to show us just how it's done. Alright, take it away, Atika.
That one.
180. A little bit more. And there we go. Now that was pretty quick. So we're going to see it one more time. And there we go to 70. Now this is possible because unlike you and I, owls cannot rotate their eyeballs up and down or left and right. So instead, they have to rotate their head to take a look around their surroundings. This is also possible because owls have 14 neck vertebrae. We human only have 7. Now I believe you all saw Oscar flapping his wings over there. Now Eurasian Eagle Owls are known to be one of the largest species of owls. And they also have a very impressive wingspan which could reach up to 6 feet in length. And there we go, just like that. Thank you, Atika, and thank you, Oscar. Now for the next segment, we are going to move on to the African Savannah, but for that, please remain seated and keep your mask on. A famous hunter from the African continent. This animal possesses a keen sense of smell, able to detect carcasses from many miles away. The largest of its species, this is the spotted hyena. With powerful jaws, they're able to crush bones, even those of elephants.
What's that? Oh.
Together with an excellent digestive system, they're able to digest their entire prey, which includes the skin, the teeth, the bones, the horns, and even the hooves. Hyenas can also take down prey twice their size, which includes zebras and even buffaloes. Now most people think they are more closely related to the canine species due to their dog-like features, but in fact, they are more closely related to the cats. Now speaking of cats, coming out shortly from our grasslands of Africa will be a very beautiful serval by the name of this. Is definitely not the animal. This is just the trainer, but she is beautiful. There we go. Now let's give Shami some time. Now servals resemble miniature cheetahs except they have a relatively shorter tail. And here she comes. Now though well adapted for hunting by jumping and pouncing, they are also excellent at probing through holes. That is because they are very slender forepaws which allows them to hook their prey and pull it out to eat. Now you see the trainer holding onto a stick and attached to it is a feather. Now in the wild, what supposed to do is actually leap up in the air to catch a low-flying bird that is slow to take off. So if we're lucky, that feather is supposed to mimic a low-flying bird. Now Shami is going to show off how agile she is and how quick she is. Supposedly. What's with everyone tonight, Liana? Alright, okay, Liana, can you jump for us then? No? Off she goes? Okay. I'm so sorry about that, but unfortunately for those of you who caught a quick glimpse of Shami, you may have gotten a good look at the back of Shami's ears. They are black and white markings. Now these markings are known as ocelli and they act as a natural deterrent in the wild because they look like eyes in the dark, so it will scare away their predators sneaking up behind them. Now as you are touring around night safari, you will come across many endangered species. And just like the serval that you saw, they're all fighting a losing battle. Now it is estimated that almost 300 species go extinct every year, and many more will soon join the list if we don't do anything about it. Now there are a few things that we can do. For example, we can recycle, we can reuse. And I see someone coming. And this is the same raccoon that we saw earlier on in the show, okay? Everyone, this is Toffee. And he is here to show us a unique adaptations of the raccoons. Which would be, let's show them, Toffee. You can do it. Use them dexterous paws. Don't give up, Toffee. You can do it. No, Toffee, don't go. Alright, now for those of you, since Toffee did not open, she's going to do it over there. Come on, we can do this one. And there we go. Now, of course, in the wild, they will not come across bottles like this, but they will come across crabs, prawns, and snails. So what they do is actually pull apart the shell and eat the flesh that is inside. And just like that, here's another one that gone rogue. Okay? Now, in the wild, what they do is actually, they love to go through the sand and start digging. As I mentioned earlier, that they love snails. And since it rained earlier on, this is basically like a buffet for Toffee. Okay? Toffee? Toffee is hunting. What are you hunting for? Now for those of you who noticed, Toffee has brown eyes. Now a lot of people mistake him to be albino because he's cream colored. But albinos have red eyes. Toffee has brown eyes. Now unfortunately, raccoons are known as pests in some countries, but it is not our fault. Their fault. Our homes and cities have come too close to their natural habitat that they have no choice but to come into our homes to feed and to survive. And just like that, looks like Toffee is heading back home. Now it makes me wonder what kind of trash we throw away that actually feeds them. So let's take a look at what we have. Now it looks like we have tin cans, plastic bottle, and a paper carton. And as I was saying earlier on, all these things can be reduced, reused, and recycled. Just like that. Now I will not be doing the recycling. Thank you, Tim. And as I was saying, I will not be doing the recycling. Coming out shortly will be two sisters by the name of Bubbles and Bailey. And they are Asian small-clawed otters, one of the smallest species of otters in the entire world. And here they come with his trainer, Liana. Now Bubbles is going to be on our team recycling the tin can, and Bailey is going to be recycling the plastic bottle. Drop it in, Bubbles. Now you can see that Bubbles has 2 tin cans and Bailey has 3 bottles. So you know who's the professional? It's not her, but she tries her best. Okay, drop it in. Drop it in, you can do it. Okay, let's play cheat. Let's take away 1 tin can, and there we go. Alright, now it looks like we have tin cans and plastic bottles. What about the paper carton? do it myself. Alright, now of course, as I was saying, this is recyclable and we all can reduce our footprint if we use a recyclable item. Now does this belong with the tin can? No, what about the plastic bottles? What about others? Yes, now Bubbles and Bailey may be very small, but they carry a very huge message, and is that we all can reduce, reuse, and recycle. Now as our journey through the night has come to an end, let's not forget the lessons that we learned. From the owls in the sky to raccoons on the forest floor, they all want to remind us to protect their cousins in the wild and their fragile environment that they call home. What we do makes a difference, and we must decide what kind of difference we want to make. After all, the greatest threat to our planet is the belief that someone else will save it for us. With that, my name is Shalini, this is Timothy with Rainbow. Now I'm so sorry for all the hiccups. Now thank you for being such great audience tonight. Take care and have a great night.
Please remain seated.